YouTube? What it do? It's your boy Benji, man. We back with the crew. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe. We recently watched a video with this young man here chatting it up, talking to the women about their natural hairstyles. He's back with another video, or supposedly part 2 for this, so we're going to hear him out, see what he got to say.
Excuse me, your hair is beautiful. Like, how do I get mine like that?
I don't know. I've had it for like 3 years.
For 3 years?
Yeah.
So that's how long do you think it'll take me to grow my hair out?
I don't know. It depends. It depends on where you want to start or how you want to start.
Why are most black women not like you with all the natural hair?
So here's where, I think that there's an argument to be had about why or why not black women would wear or not wear their natural hair. But that's a discussion to have amongst black women. A bunch of black women can sit together and come to a conclusion. They can talk about the stigmas, they can talk about the history, and they can talk about the day-to-day wear that it takes. Walking up to black women and saying, your hair looks beautiful, why don't black women do this? You're engaging in a conversation that starts off on the wrong foot. You're starting the conversation off in bad faith because you wanted to come at the conversation from this certain light. So you found a way to get her to, I guess, engage in this conversation, knowing that you didn't really want to have a true conversation. But we're going to hear her out.
They like all the fake hair and all the wigs and weaves.
I don't really know. I think it's a personal preference. Like if you, I think that's fine because I used to have braids before I had locks. So I feel like it's just a personal preference.
But which one do you feel like is more beautiful, the wigs or the natural hair?
I don't feel like either one is more beautiful. I would say like they're both beautiful to me.
Are they?
To me, yeah.
Even like the ones that look like white women's hair and Asian women's hair. It's like they're trying to copy and be another race.
Okay, so
Like, what is he talking about here?
certain wigs I would beg to differ, probably don't look better than others, but I feel like either or, like it's their preference. Like black women are beautiful however they decide to be.
So you don't believe in bashing wigs and stuff like that?
No.
Can I convince you to help me out? Like you could be my mascot. Like I can bash the wigs and you could be like right behind me like, yeah, no wigs, no weaves.
I don't know, because that's the thing, I don't like I'm a woman person, like woman empowerment. Like if that's how she wants to dress and that's how she wants to have her hair, that's how she wants to dress and how have her hair. Like I would never be like, oh no, like don't do it like that. Like that's her choice.
And it's a sad day for me. I guess I can't change your mind. It was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
You have a nice one. What is the most beautiful thing about a white woman?
A white woman?
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
But there's so many beautiful traits like their hair, their lips, the small lips, that's so beautiful.
Okay.
You don't agree with
I'll
me?
take your word for it. I mean, I don't know. I don't really stare down like
Oh.
women for real. So it's like.
So, but why do a lot of black women wear white women's hair, but then they say, oh, their hair's...
Like, how does that, like, come on now. Like y'all gonna tell me this is a good faith exchange? Like I'm not mad. Hey, look, young brother, go get it, man. You getting the videos, you getting it in, you getting your content up, you going viral. Hey, do your thing. But if you truly want to have these conversations and really do something better for the community, again, you're coming at it from a certain angle. It's obvious that you have a bias here. Now, if you truly want to have a conversation and set it under the premise or the umbrella of two people having dialogue and you're looking to change somebody's mind, there's that. But I mean, I think it's tough. I think it's tough no matter what, just to walk up to somebody in the middle of the street and really have like respectful discourse. But
It's not beautiful.
What do you mean wear their hair? I'm confused.
The 613 Brazilian bust-down wigs? Come on, man. See, you know what I was talking about. Come on now.
I mean, that's them. I've never had a 613 Brazilian bust down wig, so I wouldn't know.
What is the most beautiful thing about a black woman?
Hair.
How come a lot of black women wear other women's hair if it's the hair?
It's kind of ignorant. It's not really about wearing other people's hair. It's about what you do with the hair that's on your head, regardless if it's from you or not.
But I mean, if your hair is beautiful, like why put on white women's hair, Asian women's hair, Indian women's hair? Do you get what I'm saying?
No.
But why do that in the first place?
I mean, they're protective styles.
Are they really protective though?
Yeah, if your hair is braided under the cap, then it's not. It's low manipulation, so you're not doing much to your hair.
But the braids are protecting your hair, but what is the wig actually doing?
It's just a hairstyle.
It's just there to cover it up, right?
I mean, if you're protecting your hair, you're still able to do what you want with other hair by still protecting what you have on your head.
Okay, I just don't understand like what's the need for the wig if cornrows can be worn outside.
And they are. It's not about a need.
It's
like personal preference.
If you're
Where?
Like cornrows, people wear their cornrows all the time.
Okay, I personally have not seen one. I go here all the time, but all right, you guys have a nice rest of your day.
you know what I'm saying? Like, they gave you all the reasoning, they gave you the excuses, and bro said, nah, I never seen that. I mean, I get it. There's a point where you can agree to disagree, because it's obvious that this exchange is never going to get anywhere.
What is the most beautiful thing about a black woman?
Her crown, her hair.
Her hair.
Her
so
crown.
how come black women wear other women's crowns and other women's hair pieces?
I don't think we wear other women's crowns. I think we create our own crown.
So when they like literally take Asian women's hair and white women's hair and put it on as a 613 bust down wig?
Here's the issue too. I think that you're talking to women, but nobody that you're talking to actually exemplifies any of the things or attributes that you're looking at. You're talking about 613 bust downs. None of these women have had a 613 bust down. maybe you might have somebody who does like the extensions thing or like, you know, hair weave in, but
Like, that's not them wearing another race's hair?
That's something that we create in our own culture. I feel like what other culture gets Asian bust down 13-inch middle part bust downs like.
Yeah, I mean, they don't do that because they already have that natural hair growing out of their head.
Exactly, and we could too, but that's a choice that we have.
What do you mean you could do what too?
We could have 13 middle part bust downs if we wanted to.
But you would have to grow your hair out that long first.
Exactly.
But you guys don't want to do that though.
Exactly.
So why don't you
It's
just
our choice.
grow your natural hair?
see, this is where you get to a point in the conversation where you're not getting anything out of this conversation. So why don't you women grow your hair? If a bunch of women decide that they don't want to grow their hair, then that's one of those conversations that I can understand when women be like, yo, as a man, you got to stay out of women's business. That's one of those conversations I say, look, I think that you can say certain things in order to try and get a certain sector of the community to embrace their natural hair. But then you're saying, why don't you just grow your hair? It's like, what if they don't want to? Then what? Then what do you do? Are you going to like forcibly make her grow her hair? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Some people struggle with growing their natural hair. Some people don't know how to take care of their natural hair because we're
That's
not
real.
educated on our natural hair as
That's
much
real.
as other races are about their hair. We don't have hair care products that are catered to our hair. It's hard to take care of
That's
our
real.
hair. Sometimes we get those wigs so that we can grow out our hair. So
Yeah.
By you putting on the wig and the fake hair, you're just hindering your knowledge because when you don't have that on, then it forces you, okay, now I have to learn how to do my hair.
It's a style, though.
What is a protective style?
Like what I have in right now, it helps your hair grow.
See, you guys have been lied to though. It's not a protective hairstyle. So braids are a protective hairstyle, but then when you put in the fake hair with it, then it actually starts damaging your hair.
I don't know. My experience, it helps grow my hair, so I wouldn't know that.
What do you mean it helps grow your hair?
My hair is grown in braids. When you braid your hair and leave it alone and you nourish your scalp along the way, you can wash your scalp as well. It helps grow your hair out. So I'm speaking from my experience. I've worn wigs, I've worn middle part bust down, leave out sew-ins, I've worn everything. So in my experience, my hair is So my hair is growing. I mean, 2 years ago my hair was right here, so I feel like my hair is growing.
Was there ever a period of time where you just did not wear fake hair at all? When was that?
I just started, well, all the time. I like once or twice a year wear fake hair.
I don't think it's that bad, like women like you that do it like here
I
and
feel
there.
like it becomes unprotective when you don't let your hair breathe.
Right.
And
okay.
that's something that people don't know, that you have to let your hair breathe for it to be a protective style. And also for it to be a protective style, you can't have like it can't be too tight. It can't be causing traction alopecia and things of that nature. But it is a protective style. It does help your hair grow. I don't think it's copying other races. I think it's something that we turned into our culture. Other races don't wear wigs as much as us, and that's because we're trying to grow our hair out and protect our hair under the wig. I've seen women grow their hair 6 inches in a few months from wearing wigs constantly, but it's not about the style you have in, it's how you're catering to your scalp during the process.
and I think there's a conversation to be had. You notice that a lot of the conversation that this dude is having from a male perspective is talking about the length in the hair. So the woman's saying, hey, I want to grow my hair, but in the meantime, I would like to put a wig on because I just want to go with this look. And in the meantime, I had the opportunity to grow my hair. If she would have, let's say, not put a wig on, and let's say during that duration of her trying to grow her hair, are you now saying that her short hair was not beautiful? She's not attractive? You're kind of entering a strange space as a man to ask these questions when you're not actually gaining anything out of an answer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
So what if white women just say,
Now let me know what y'all think about that.
hey, you know what? I see all these black women wearing our hair. Let's just wear their hair and wear Afro wigs. How would you feel about that?
I wouldn't like it personally. That's their choice. So
How is that fair though?
because they don't need that to grow their hair out. They don't need to wear wigs.
But you don't need a wig to grow your hair either.
But this is what you're not understanding. See, this is why I don't like talking to, people who are so stern in their thoughts, because you're not open to hearing me and my experience. You don't want to change your stance. So I don't really think
So what am I not understanding?
you're not understanding what a protective style is. You think it's us stealing our other people's culture. And I feel like this is the problem with black men. You guys actually have deep-seated hatred for other black women because at the end of the day, instead of clapping your hands and being happy that we're growing our hair out, you're trying to find a way, the same thing that other races are saying to us, to make us hate ourselves and hate what we do in our culture. Hush.
Hold on,
hate what we do
wait.
in our culture.
Let me just hold on.
Hush.
But you are interjecting in the middle of her monologue. I think that there is some validity to what she's talking about. So that's why I think that this conversation could really go to, is that there are women that are wearing wigs because they don't feel attractive. Maybe while they're growing their hair, maybe while they have their cornrows in, or whatever the case may be. Because there's a stigma surrounding, or there's a stigma that would enable you to want to have more Eurocentric features. So some of these things that you're talking about, natural hair, aren't necessarily represented in the vast of the beauty world as beautiful. So I think there's a truer and deeper conversation that you can have other than just saying you're wearing white woman's hair.
But what you thank you for watching the video. If you would like to finish the full video, you can go to the first link in the description and subscribe at patreon.com. Not only will you get access to this video, but you'll also get access to over 100 heated debates. Any viral clip that you've ever
salute
seen
to
of
him.
mine will be on there. Not only are you getting access to exclusive content, but also you're helping.
Wigs equal insecurity. They try mental gymnastics, try and hide that. Why can't women think outside of trying to include everyone? It's like a secret cabal of every girl's a 10, so they don't try to accurately judge everyone's objective value. Black men have deep-seated hatred from black women as soon as you call out her hypocrisy. Imagine protecting your hair from oxygen in the sun. This is deep. Black women try to appeal to white society standards. Oops, sorry. But that's a truer conversation that he can have. They protect their styles, but they're protecting their hair they never show, so what's the point? Okay. Well, regardless if you show your hair or don't show your hair, you protecting your actual scalp is the way to go. Natural is the way to go. Wigs is insecure, and we wake up to you in the morning, we don't want to, then don't, wait, and then you don't look how I met you, that's a problem. Black male obsession with long hair and trendy hairdo is just disturbing as black women with all this fake hair. Now we're talking, because again, the information that he's pointed to is about how important it is for a woman to have long hair. As a black guy with long hair, there isn't really an excuse. I was just winging it and still turned out like this. Hair can only go you put fake hair on top. Y'all not paying attention to what they're talking about. First women are beautiful. Here's the thing, though. I think y'all are talking about it from the lens of a man. The other day, as a man, like, you're allowed to do freeform dreads. If a woman had freeform locks, y'all be looking at her like, you know what I'm saying? Because I think I'd argue most dudes, it looks crazy. If it's unkempt, I would say. How old are these females? And that's kind of the point, too, is that you got to argue with these younger women. Anti-blackness colorism has poisoned the earth. African American culture is based upon several different factors: grooming styles and corporate careers, the financial industry, fashion media, etc. The Afro was phased out in the late 70s due to political issues. Black Panthers and United African Communities in the Civil Rights era. My dear brother, there is a distinctive difference in our hair and other races. Black people are the only folks on the planet that have hair. Everybody can else have fur. The lowest species in the animal kingdom that have fur, there's no animal. Why are you arguing with black women about their hair? It's not very masculine. I never knew holding women accountable was a problem. I believe that is what makes Trey a stable man or a great leader and influence. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. Some of y'all in the comments really dislike black women. And I don't want to make that reach, but at the end of the day, we could be having a conversation. I think that's deeper than just, why are you wearing white women's hair? And again, I think that's a slippery slope, because are you saying the Brazilian buzz down straight hair is solely something that you can attribute to white women? As a black woman, you can easily straighten your hair. And then as a black woman, there's various hair types. You're talking about 3A, 3B, 3C, 4A, 4B, 4C. Like, so then you start to, like, you go down a path that I think you could really have a discussion with. But it's stopping at, you want to wear white woman's hair, so you don't love yourself. When it's obviously a lot deeper than that. And I think the reason that you're going to get pushback from a lot of these women, which I understand, in some sense, this is rage-bait content. What's going to go viral is going to be the arguments versus people really kind of spilling a little bit of truth. Yeah, you could be a dude that likes natural women's hair, and if you want your woman's hair to be natural and kept for a while, then at the end of the day, she's got to be the person that deals with it. A lot of these women will have to put in a little more effort to ensure that their hair looks pretty. Like me in the day-to-day, I can just wake up, sometimes just do and go about my business. But as a woman, there's maybe just a higher beauty standard that she's going to be held to. So these women don't want to necessarily put the type of effort in they have to each day in and day out in order to keep the hair looking presentable. And presentability is, another metric that a lot of women have to adhere to, because, of course, you can talk about certain hairstyles that aren't presentable or something that you should utilize or use at a workplace. There's a lot of depth to this conversation that I think these people can get into, but stick with the rage bait. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below.